All right, everyone. Let's get into business mode here. All right, I got the tie on. We're talking business because Jim Ryan, CEO, has stepped down. He has retired from PlayStation, and a lot of people are going back and forth whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing. And I'm here to say it's a good thing because Sony has kind of been boring. They've been playing it safe for so long because the PlayStation 4 just came in and dominated, destroyed the gaming world. It just outsold Xbox by a country mile. And they just kept riding that wave to success with the PlayStation 5 because they had so many people that were just going to go to the next generation of console. They didn't really have to try a whole lot. They didn't really have to do anything that innovative. And they just continued to pump out the same type of games they had been, those big narrative story-based games. They kept pumping out sequels to games that were already doing well. There was nothing really new or refreshing about this new console generation, the PlayStation 5. Now, that being said, I love the controller. This is pretty damn unique. I don't care about most of the gimmicks on it. I do love the trigger thing, and I love the way that the controller feels in your hands. The system itself, sure, somewhat creative, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to put on the side. That being said, the cost of PlayStation Plus going up, that's a big no-no. Another big thing that this is strictly Jim Ryan. This is coming from the man himself. This is something he said back in 2017 that has never left my memory about Sony and how they feel about people like me and a lot of other people out there that like backwards compatibility and going back and playing old games, because there's so many great classic games out there that I want to experience. And with Xbox, it has backwards compatibility to an extent. It's not amazing. They could be doing a lot better with that. PlayStation, on the other hand, has kind of fought against backwards compatibility. Now, the PlayStation 3, when it originally came out, could play PlayStation 2 games and PlayStation 1 games, and that was kind of like, great, this is awesome. We have this massive backlog of games we could play. We could play all the classics. We've got backwards compatibility. But the way they designed the PlayStation 2, I guess it was difficult to play games on it. I don't quite understand that sentiment because you can hack a PlayStation Slim, pop in a PS2 disc and install it and play it on your PlayStation 3. So then the question comes to, why can't you just do that with all the PlayStation 3s? Why can't I do that with my PlayStation 4? And it's because Jim Ryan doesn't care. Jim Ryan did not care. He basically said, why would anybody want to do that? They look like crap. And he even said, here's his quote, the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2 games, they looked ancient. Like, why would anybody play this? That's straight from the man himself, okay? He seriously does not get it. And that's the thing. It's because Jim Ryan is not a gamer. He's not playing video games. And when you have somebody who's the head of your product, the CEO, is not playing his own product, he's not interacting with it, he doesn't understand the audience. I mean, he understands how to sell to them, but he doesn't really understand them. And that's what I'm looking forward to with the next CEO of Sony. I want to see Sony do something interesting. I want to see them take risks. I want to see something cool come out of Sony. I want more competition against Nintendo. Come out with a real handheld. The PlayStation Portal is literally nothing. You can't do anything with it unless you have a PlayStation 5 and you have that PlayStation 5 connected to the internet and you have your Portal connected to the internet. A very good connection, by the way, which a lot of people don't have. So I want something, get this, like this. This can play games by itself. Now, what I don't want that was like this was proprietary memory. Do not do that. Stop doing stupid things. I want to see another PlayStation handheld. Now, does that mean with a new CEO, we're going to see a brand new PlayStation handheld come out? Of course not. No, of course not. But it is something that I would like to see. It's something creative. And that's the number one key thing I want from the new PlayStation CEO. I want there to be creativity. I want them to think about people like me that enjoy backwards compatibility so they can play their entire library. I mean, this is not even it. I have so many PlayStation 2 games. And by the way, Jim Ryan, I don't know if you know this, but PlayStation 2 games, a lot of them look great. A lot of them still look fantastic. A lot of these games are very playable, and they're not ancient. I'm hoping the new CEO isn't just Mr. Businessman with his tie and actually cares about the audience. He cares about the customer and isn't just trying to milk as much money from them as possible, which is what I felt like Jim Ryan was doing. Remember when PlayStation 4 was on top and they were killing it and they wouldn't let Fortnite be cross-platform? I think Apex wasn't cross-platform. I think pretty much all of the cross-platform games we know and love today were not cross-platform on the PlayStation because they were winning and didn't want Xbox to be able to, I guess, intermingle with their customers. I don't know. It was a very strange hill to die on, but you know what? Microsoft tried to die on the same hill back in the 360 because they were on top at a certain point, and whenever any of these corporations are on top, creativity goes out the window, they rest on their laurels, and they try to take as much money as they can from the fan base that they have grown, and that's what PlayStation, in my opinion, has been doing. That's what Activision Blizzard was doing for the longest time, resting their laurels. I mean, Phil Spencer said it perfectly. AAA companies don't know what the hell they're doing anymore. They're not making great games anymore. That's what you need to do. Just keep making a great product and you'll keep making money. It's that simple. But unfortunately, that takes effort and you have to actually be creative and make things, whereas resting on your laurels and just trying to suck money out of the wallets of your customers, it's a lot easier. And that's what I feel like Sony is going down that road. I don't want them to go down that road. I want there to be a real competition between Xbox and Sony. I want them to battle it out, because when they battle it out, guess who wins? We do. Because it means they can't just randomly raise prices whenever they want to. It means they have to actually be creative and make new things that will draw people over to their system. It will make gaming interesting. And that's all I want. I want gaming to be interesting. I want it to be fun. I want it to be customer friendly and customer focused. And that's what I'm really hoping the next CEO will be. And I don't think Jim Ryan was. Let me know in the comments what you think about Jim Ryan retiring. I'm sure a lot of people are going to yell at me. But you know what? I'm excited for the future of Sony because something is changing. When things change, hopefully with that comes something new. And I think they desperately need it. Now, I mean, they don't need it financially. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like the video if you guys liked it. Subscribe for more content. And as always, have a fantastic day. See you, everybody.